All right, JP, thank you very much. Taking a look at the series schedule here between the Habs and the Vegas Golden Knights. Game 5 coming your way from T-Mobile Arena on Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We know we'll be back at Bell Center for Game 6 on Thursday. We'll have to see if Game 7 back in Vegas takes place on Saturday. We do know this as well. Just 3 of the 10 goals for Vegas in this series have come from the forward group, and 0 of those goals have come from the top 6 forwards. Do you feel like it's coming, though? Are they doing the right things that all of a sudden it's going to happen at some point? That top line's going to get it going?
Yeah, you know, up until I would say Game 4, I thought absolutely. I mean, the top lines are getting it going. McNabb's goal was assisted by Karlsson, so they did get involved a little bit. But no question, guys like Pacioretty and Stone. But in Game 4, I really thought the Montreal Canadiens, that was their best defensive game. But for Pacioretty and Stone, they've got to find ways to finish on their chances. I thought they've been generating chances. Pacioretty did get an assist on the game winner in overtime by just turning and firing the puck to the net. But no question, the Vegas Golden Knights need their top 6 forwards to get on the board to find the back of the net. They can't go this whole series without getting on the board, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think they generated chances. I really liked the way Montreal played. I thought Montreal dominated the majority of Game 4, but Vegas found a way to win on Nick Raw's goal in overtime. You can't win in the playoffs if your big players are not stepping up, and you will go through stretches in the playoffs like you do in a regular season where the top scorers aren't finding the back of the net. We talked about Steven Stamkos not scoring for a while, and all of a sudden he comes out with 2 in Game 5. So it wouldn't surprise me if Pacioretty or Stone get a couple in Game 5 as well for Vegas. So we'll see how that plays out. But on the other side of that, you've got to give total credit to the way the Montreal Canadiens defensemen and forwards and goaltender are playing. The commitment that they've got to cover the front of their net and to not allow high danger area chances is absolutely remarkable, and that is going to be the biggest problem Vegas faces, not necessarily worrying about who's scoring. It's about how we're going to get to the front of the net to score more goals like Nick Waugh did.
All right, the missing piece of the puzzle could be coming back in time for game number 5. This from Pete DeBoer here. Chandler Stephenson's return is, quote, on the horizon. Did you know that Chandler Stephenson would have this much of an impact not being in these games for Vegas in that top line?
I did, and it's remarkable because he's a quiet star player for Vegas. He may not be the highest scorer. He may not be the guy you're seeing making the highlight reel plays, but he is the consistent player that good wingers need. A guy in the middle to set you up, to make the plays, to play in the defensive zone, to distribute the puck, to work hard in the face-off zone, winning face-offs. And no question, Chandler Stephenson is missed on that top line. Alex Tuch, he's a winger. I think we put that to rest, that he's definitely a winger. Sorry, Billy Lindsay, but he's a winger after our debate the other day. But no question, Chandler Stephenson can make the difference. He can be the guy to put everybody back in proper slots throughout the lineup, to give those top 6 forwards 2 solid lines, 2 solid centers. And let's cross our fingers for Vegas to hope he's back, because that would definitely make a different challenge for the Montreal Canadiens. Stephenson is almost like a Danault style of player. Very good. You don't really see him on the score sheet all the time, but he's always doing the right thing, making the right plays on both sides of the puck, and probably a little more offense than Danault brings for Montreal.
All right, Robin Lehner, after Game 4, he revealed that he got to the rink 4 hours early, scrolled Twitter just to read the hate out there to fire him up, and what a performance it was. How early does he have to get to the rink for Game 5? Is he starting in Game 5? Do we even have to talk about this? Or Pete DeBoer going to throw another curveball our way?
We're going to have to talk about it. He deserves to start in Game 5, no question about it. And I don't think Marc-Andre Fleury didn't deserve to start in Game 4. You've got 2 number 1 goaltenders. And for Pete DeBoer, the problem now Pete DeBoer has is he said, well, we're giving Marc-Andre Fleury a rest. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, you bring Marc-Andre Fleury back. But you did get a win, and I don't disagree with the change of goaltenders. You have to change something. Things weren't working. You weren't getting the results you wanted. And by changing Robin Lehner, didn't necessarily get the change in the makeup of the team, because Montreal, that was their best game. They outplayed Vegas. And if it wasn't for Robin Lehner, it would be a 3-1 lead for the Montreal Canadiens. But because of Robin Lehner, the game got to overtime and they won. So I can't see you pulling Robin Lehner out of the net at this time. I would say absolutely go back to Robin Lehner, and until he shows that he's not ready to win the game, or if they lose the next game, then you switch it up. But I'm always big on going with the guy who got the win. So now you go with the guy who got the win, Robin.
All right, we'll see. Game time coming up for Game 5 in Vegas.